So in this video we will know the anatomy of eyeball diagram, how we can do that easily. So as we know, there are three layers of eyeball. One is fibrous layer, second one is vascular layer, and third one is nervous layer. In fibrous layer, outer 1/3 part is our outer 1/6 part is cornea, and our posterior 5/6 part is sclera. And in the sclera there is a part where all the nerve fibers from the retinal layer comes out, that is the lamina cribrosa, and all the nerve fibers together form optic nerve. So here we have discussed now the fibrous layer, then we will go to the vascular layer. As we know, in vascular layer, that is also the uveal layer. In uvea we have iris, ciliary body, then choroid. As we know, vascular layer means there will be blood supply. So I am doing that in red color. Then okay, we will label that. So this is our iris, this is ciliary body, and rest of the part is choroid. Then we will do the innermost part. The innermost part is the retina. So before going to retina, we should draw the lens here. That is the crystalline lens. The suspensory ligaments from the ciliary body holds the lens, that is the zonules. So this is the crystalline lens. This is the zonule. The space between the iris or the hole-like structure, that is the pupil. And as we know, the part in front of the crystalline lens is the anterior segment, that is the things on the part of the eyeball which are in front of the crystalline lens, that is the anterior segment. Anterior segment. And the part behind the crystalline lens, that is the posterior segment. I think it is clear about the anterior segment and the posterior segment. And in the anterior segment there are two chambers. So behind the or posterior of the cornea and anterior of the iris, it is the anterior chamber. Anterior chamber. And then second is posterior of the iris and anterior of the crystalline lens. This is the posterior chamber. I hope all these things are clear. So then we will go to the retina, Betrayus, and Oraserata. Okay, so here, sorry for the delay, here it is the Oraserata. This is the Oraserata. From here, this layer is the retina, which is the nervous layer, and the space in front of the retina and behind the crystalline lens is the vitreous chamber, or we can say vitreous body, which contains vitreous humor. Vitreous body. And in anterior chamber and posterior chamber, that is that contains, or that there will be flow or drainage of the aqueous humor produced by the ciliary processes. So this is the optic nerve. And one important part I left here, that is the extraocular muscle. There are 6 extraocular muscles. So here I can show 2 of 2. This is the extraocular muscle, or I can write it as EOM. So we discussed how we can draw. This is we can say the summary diagram. I will repeat the diagram also here and the labelings. So as we discussed, we have 3 layers. One is fibrous, that is outer 1/6 part of the fibrous layer, or the outermost layer is our cornea, and posterior 5/6 part is our sclera. Then we will go to the second layer, that is the vascular layer, means there will be the blood vessels or blood supply. So in vascular layer there will be iris. Here we can see iris, and that after iris, here it is the ciliary body. This side, this is the ciliary body, and this is the ciliary body. Then the rest of the part is the choroid. I think it's clear. Then in the innermost layer, that is the retinal layer, or it is the nervous layer, because it contains the sensory cells. So this is the retina. Okay, then here we have the crystalline lens suspended by the ciliary from the ciliary body, that by the suspensory ligament, that is the zonules. So here it is the zonule. Then behind the crystalline lens there will be Oraserata, and also there will be the vitreous body, that is in front of the retina and behind the crystalline lens. So then we have 2 segments of eyeball, as we discussed before. One is anterior segment and one is posterior segment. So in front of the crystalline lens, all the parts of eyeball are in the anterior segment, and behind the crystalline lens all the rest of the parts are up to the optic nerve. These are the posterior segment. So in anterior segment there will be 2 chambers, as we discussed before. Posterior of the cornea and anterior of the iris, that will be our anterior chamber, and behind the iris and in front of the crystalline lens there will be posterior chamber. Anterior chamber and posterior chamber, there will be the flow or drainage of the aqueous humor, and in the vitreous chamber there will be the vitreous humor. Okay, so here we can see that this is the lamina cribrosa, that is the part of sclera where all the nerve fibers pass through. And yes, this is the extracular muscle, means there are 6 extracular muscles in our eyeball. So here it is shown. So this is all about the anatomy of eyeball. I hope everyone is understood and clear. Thank you.